If you do that, you will pay more attention at your job. You will pay more attention to your kids, to your wife, to your body, to your deen, everything. That will fix your life.
ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر.
Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala khair hakillah, Muhammad ibn Abdullah, salawatullahi wassalamu wa barakatuh alayhi, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam wa taslimin kathirin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What is up, guys? I'm Josh. I'm the host of the Ultimate Muslim Podcast. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to get right into it, man. A few minutes of your time, inshallah. Now, before we get into it, though, real quick, little housekeeping. I am not going to run 20 minutes of ads at the beginning of the show like so many podcasts do. All right, I'm not going to annoy you and bore you and try to sell you a bunch of stuff that I don't use for the next 20 minutes. In return, I ask that if you get value out of this show, number one, implement it. All right, just don't listen passively, but actually do something with the content, inshallah azza wa jal. Number two is that if you do get value from it, if I do deliver on the promise that I will improve your life in some way, shape, or form, inshallah, all I ask is that you share it with a friend. All right, if you can do me a solid, share it with a friend, share it with a Muslim brother or sister that you believe will benefit from this information and actually implement it and put it into action, then inshallah, I would really appreciate if you did that. Jazakallah khairan. Now, as always, we like to ask questions on this podcast because we want to be engaging, man. We don't want you to listen passively. We want you to listen actively. Get your mind into gear so that you can actually benefit, inshallah. So, the question becomes today, this is a serious question, man. Not a rhetorical question. Do you actually want this ummah to succeed? Do you actually want the Muslims to be, in peaceful conditions, be victorious, be supreme, the flag of Tawheed whipping hard in the land, inshallah azza wa jal, in every land? Do you want that or do you not? All right. And I say this all the time. We can say it with our lips, with our tongues, with our gums, yes, but what do our actions actually show? What do our actions prove? So, do we actually want the Muslims to succeed, to stop suffering, to stop being humiliated, and to actually be someone that is an example of what to do and not what not to do? All right. So, the next question becomes, or even before that, New Year's resolutions is right around the corner. 2024 is right around the bend. And a lot of people are going to be setting some New Year's resolutions and some goals. Now, number one, New Year's resolutions should be the furthest thing from a Muslim's mind because we should have daily resolutions. Okay? We shouldn't have New Year's resolutions. Number one, because we believe in the Hijri calendar. All right. Now, we live in the West, so we use the Gregorian calendar, but we as Muslims should focus our attention on the Hijri calendar. So this whole 2024 thing, not even with us, bro. But that aside, we should have daily resolutions to become better every single day, to improve ourselves every single day and those around us. Now, people are going to be setting goals. And you may ask yourself, well, I don't know what goals to set. Number one, I think you do. I'm going to call you out on that and say, you absolutely do. You know what's jacked up in your life. You know full well what you need to improve and what you need to fix. It's no secret, and it's no secret how to fix it. Okay, this isn't some esoteric knowledge that's exclusive to a very select few individuals. The information is out there. Widely acceptable, widely accessible for you and anyone else, inshallah. You got a Wi-Fi connection, you got a library pass, you can go to the library, you can get books, you can listen to audio, you can jump on a YouTube or podcast like this and get the information. Anyways, so you know exactly what to do. But let's say you don't. Let's say I don't know what goals I should set. So I'm going to give you a very, very simple solution today that if you implemented it, if I implemented it, and collectively we as Muslim men, who are the majority of my audience, if we implemented this one idea, this one principle, wallahi, I believe it would change so much about our situation, both our personal situations within our homes, collectively within our communities, and the ummah as a whole, bidni Allah, by the permission of Allah. And that is the concept of a core value. Now, what is a core value? Let's think about that for a moment. What is a core value? What does that mean? Core value, not subsidiary value, not a value that's, on the side that, if it's convenient, I'll do it. It's something that no matter what, convenient or not, it is fundamental to who you are as an individual, and you will not bend, you will not break, you will not deviate from this value. And every Muslim should have core values. Every single Muslim should have core values with which they make their decisions every single day, irregardless of how they feel, irregardless of the circumstances in their life. They should have core values. I personally have 9. We're not going to get into all of those today. Perhaps that's for another podcast. But the one that I want to talk about today is a core value that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and I suggest you do the same. And that is lead by example. Lead by example. If you don't know what to do, if you don't know what goals to set, if you don't know what to do with your life, what direction you should go into, what strategy you should use, I got a solution for you. Lead by example. So what does that mean? Eat that donut. Is that leading by example? Is that the example with which I want to set? I'm out of shape. Is that leading by example? Is that the example that which I want to set? I'm neglecting my wife. I'm neglecting, for the sisters, I'm neglecting my husband. I'm neglecting my children. I'm neglecting the Quran. I'm neglecting this. I'm neglecting this. I'm saying, it's okay. One won't hurt. It's not that big a deal. Is that leading by example? That's a simple solution, man. It's a simple question you must ask yourself. And it's a very easy answer. It's black and white. Yes or no. So if you don't know what to do, if you're confused, you're like, man, I don't know what to do with my hands. I'll tell you right now, lead by example. If you were to lead by example, if I were to lead by example, if us as Muslim men would lead by example, I don't believe that we'd be in the situation that we are today. And that's one core value, one simple, quote unquote, it's not even a hack, a principle. Again, you do not bend, you do not waver, you do not deviate. You don't do it only when it's convenient. You lead by example, because that is the only way to lead, is by example. No one's going to take you serious, man, if you're out of shape. That's one of the fundamental things. If I look at somebody and they're trying to give me advice, yes, I will humble myself. I will listen. But at the same time, if you want your advice to land, to penetrate the hearts, and you're 60, 70, 80, 100 pounds overweight, you're obese, or you're so skinny that you would get ragdolled in a situation where you had to defend yourself or someone that you love or a stranger, it's really hard to take you serious, man. Because something as fundamental as controlling what you put in your mouth and how much you move your body, if you can't even handle those two things properly, the rest of your life is probably a dumpster fire as well. And that's what I've seen for the most part. So if you want to change your life, you really want to improve your life this year, and you don't know what to do, and you want to help this Muslim ummah, you must lead by example. Get some core values, right? Think about it. Think about things that you will refuse to bend no matter what. Obviously, the number one thing should be loyalty to the Quran, Sunnah, and understanding of the Sahaba. Period. That should be number one. Whatever you do, you take it back to Allah and His Messenger. Always. After that, you decide, man. For me, lead by example. Accept responsibility. Take initiative. Right? When I see something, I take initiative. I don't wait for the next man to do it. I do it myself. Leave someone or something better than you found them. And I mean it, everything. You see something that's and this is not OCD. This is paying attention to detail and actually caring about making the world a better place. And how you do anything is how you do everything. If I pay attention to those little details, I will pay attention to the big details. I promise you that. Turning something like going to the gym and seeing the dumbbell flipped upside down to where the numbers, at the top instead of the bottom. Turn it. Make sure they're all looking perfect. Perfect. If you do that, you will pay more attention at your job. You will pay more attention to your kids, to your wife, to your body, to your dean, everything. Core values. That will fix your life. If you got value from today's video, please share it. Firstly, implement it, then share it, inshallah azza wa jal. Because I don't run ads for the show. I don't run ads on the show. I won't let nobody tell me what I can and cannot say. Tell me, I got to take that one down because it was a little offensive. I ain't playing those games. So in return, I ask that you implement it and you share it with a friend. Bidnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's all I got to say today. Allah surely knows best. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Make today great.